roots with HCL, and now he's the CEO and chairman of one of the upcoming consultancy firms, Headstrong. And here we are with Mr. Arjun Malhotra on Boss's Day Out. Hi, good morning. This is Neha Jain from NDTV.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, sir. Thank you so much.
Neha, you have met Kiran. Kiran, this is Neha.
Hi, ma'am. This is Neha Jain from NDTV.
Hi, Neha. Nice to meet you.
Very nice meeting you. So looks like both of you are ready for a morning walk.
Yes, we were just about to leave.
All right. So where are we going for a walk?
On the central road of Golf Links. It's very pretty there.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds exciting. Let's go.
Hey, Bisky, come along.
Oh, we have
Come
good
on,
dogs
yeah,
with
we
us.
have.
So let me begin by asking you, how did Headstrong happen to you?
You know, founded HCL way back in 75, 76. And, you know, I was with them 23 years. Never really thought I'd do anything else. Then the internet came along. And basically, you know, we are children of the microprocessor revolution. That's how HCL started. I wanted to fool around at the cutting edge. So I decided to leave and actually just get into the internet space. And, you know, one thing led to the other. I ended up consulting for a while, and then a few months later, some old HCL colleagues got together and started a company, and they wanted me to come and run it. And that's how we started Textman in end of 98. We actually went to market 1st of January 99. Then the bubble burst in end of 2000, and you know, we re-engineered the company, focused it on the capital markets and financial services. And in end of 2003, we decided to merge with the erstwhile James Martin and Company, which was called Headstrong.
Let me ask you, Mr. Malhotra, you know, now that a lot of your core services portfolios in the services sector, and you were catering to a lot of the Wall Street companies, now with the big Wall Street collapse, does it worry you on the breakfast table sometimes that, oh my God, what's going to happen next?
Yeah, you always worry about it because it's so unpredictable right now. And the unpredictability is what causes concern. I keep telling my people, and I actually believe in this, that if my worry can change the outcome of what I'm worrying about, then I worry about it. But if worry doesn't change the outcome, then why worry about it? Spend that time thinking about possible scenarios, possible solutions.
So what is it that your company is now really looking at?
So we are actually trying to look at what's happened in the market that we focus on as an opportunity rather than as a problem.
Nice sunny day?
Yes, it's a lovely day.
Wonderful weather.
Bye,
we are
Kuchu.
just having a great time.
All right.
Bye.
I'll see
Bye.
you, Mrs. Malhotra.
Bye.
Take care. See you.
Tata. Bye.
So, Mr. Malhotra, what's the agenda for the day?
Yeah, so we'll go to office at Noida, and then I've got a couple of meetings, internal meetings, and I've got to talk to some of our new joinees, the Head Start, we call them our trainees. And then there's, I think in the afternoon, there's some of our high achievers, high performers, there's some small award ceremony. You know, so it's going to be a somewhat busy day.
Looks like a packed day to me. So the first thing on Mr. Malhotra's agenda as soon as he reaches office is clearing up his email and taking care of the papers that he's left last evening, and of course going through the transactions. So how's the schedule looking, Mr. Malhotra?
You know, I just checking with Mrs. Bansal, and it looks pretty crowded today. We are already running a little late on certain things, so yeah.
So as you can see, this schedule is looking pretty packed from top to bottom. Mr. Malhotra now is in a special meeting called Head Start. You can read that on the board here, where he's addressing some of the new joinees of the company. So I'm going to go inside and see what's going on. May I come in?
Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
So how's the session going on?
You should ask them. They are the ones who are the receiving end of it.
You know, one thing that I wanted to ask you, Mr. Malhotra, is now that we've seen fallout of the big financial powerhouses in the Wall Street, some of them were very important clients of yours. So what's that one piece of advice that you're telling the new trainees that they should look forward in 2009?
One piece of advice is tough. It's really complicated. But, you know, the nice thing is whenever there's major change, there's also major opportunity. So, you know, in some ways, don't worry about the change. And I'll give you my byline that I think I've sent in one of my monthly circulars, that I worry about something if worry can change the outcome of what I worry about. If it can't change the outcome, then think about the solutions rather than worrying about it. And that will help you change the outcome of what you're doing. But, you know, we've had a history of coming through. We came through the slowdown in 2000 fairly strongly when the bubble burst. And I don't know how many of you guys must have been kids when the bubble burst. But, yeah, we came through that very strongly. We stayed alive and grew post the bubble. I think we're very proud of our name, Headstrong, and what it implies. What we say, actually, if you look at our logo, it says, strong opinions, strong results, and I hope you guys agree with that. Strong opinions? Strong results.
So what's the agenda now?
Well, I thought let's show you a little bit of our office. We're down here in the basement where we have our Beartech. Let's have some lunch, and
okay.
Then let's. We're running a little behind, but let's do it quickly and get to our next point.
So we are at a very special place. It's actually their lunch area, and as you can see these doors, it has a very village-oriented theme to it. How did that happen?
You know, it's a question, and we get a lot of flack both ways for it. But we thought everyone sitting in front of a computer in a very modern office, at least when they come for lunch, let's give them a little break and take them out of that environment. So that's what.
Take them retro.
That's right.
Mr. Malhotra, you know, I was thinking about how the financial world has changed in this year. And of course, companies like yours, which were catering to some specific services, those will also have to be changed with the changing environment. So what kind of differences are you seeing now in terms of services?
Well, what we are seeing is work that earlier was not considered outsourceable, offshoreable, whatever word you use on that, is now being outsourced. So new domain knowledge, new skills, not skills, but new domain knowledge, new knowledge about muni bonds, you know, stuff that was not considered outsourceable earlier is coming in today. And they're coming offshore in a lot more aggressively and a lot more volume than what we saw earlier. So that's very interesting because we're seeing a lot of new kind of applications.
So it is actually like finding opportunity in the crisis. favorite scene in the office.
Yes, we try to get people to cool down, not just think of...
I see the well, I see the matkas.
Yes, this is part of the decor that we thought it's in one corner so it doesn't interfere with everyone, but it sort of does give them that environment.
So what's the next agenda, Mr. Malhotra?
I thought we have a creche and an exercise room here. I'm not sure we'll see too many people in the exercise room right now, but let's go visit the creche. We'll see some children there before they go to sleep in the afternoon. Yeah? And then let me show you some of our work areas.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
We have, normally we have cubes like this on every floor. So this side is all the open cubes where we normally do projects. But there's
and this is where the general consultancy
That's right. But there's some projects that clients won't have restricted access. So whenever we come across something like restricted access, even my card doesn't work in some of them. I think this will be one of those where I'll try and, but it won't open. So I have to get access to get to some of these places because I normally don't go into these offices.
So for some of the very confidential client, the work is done in secret chambers like this one, where even the boss doesn't have the access to. We're at the Employee Recognition Program here, and the company is acknowledging some of the hard-worked employees. Who are the winners here?
Okay, so we have actually 3 people from our delivery team. We call them our pillars of strength. And we have 1 person from our business support area, which is where we give what is called the badge of honor. So we have Aman Jain, our badge of honor winner, Ashish Sudeb, and Ashish.
Congratulations to all of you. All right, so we're heading to the cake cutting ceremony.
Please, you may.
What is the meeting here?
Yeah, so we're stepping into a budget meeting for our next fiscal, which is calendar 2009. And so we're just discussing the timelines and the different groups and what are the issues, basically.
So, Mr. Malhotra, as the next fiscal starts this, in the coming year, what's that biggest worry that's in your mind now, considering the liquidity crunch that is out there, and of course the big collapse in the Wall Street? How are you targeting the budgets?
Yeah, so that's a good question. In fact, that's one reason why we're here, is the predictability seems very difficult right now. It's very challenging. And the problem is everyone's a little downbeat, and so they take very conservative targets. And somehow psychologically, if you take a low target, you meet a low target. That's how it seems to work. So we've spent a lot of time, I should say, over the last few months talking to people, trying to say we can't take very conservative targets. We've got to be a little aggressive, not overtly aggressive, a little aggressive. It's a tough budget. But having said that, I think every year we find something that's tough in the budget. Every year something is unpredictable, and the board understands. We told them that this year will be a little more difficult. We normally try and meet our deadline of the end of December for our budgets, or before that. This year has been a bit of I hate using the word crapshoot, but it's been very difficult to predict where we're going to go. And you think you have a fix on something, and then it changes 2 days later. So.
a long, hard day of work. We're heading back home. Is that right, Mr. Malhotra?
That is correct.
What's the plan now?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with Veer. That's my grandson whom you met this morning.
Yeah.
And of course taking him for a drive in my old car.
Mr. Malhotra likes to have a nice drive in his old 1931 Chevy, and as you can hear, it's making a lot of noise. And today I have also been invited to be part of the drive. So we're going to go and take a nice drive in this Chevy. What a wonderful car it is.
Yes, I know.
How did you get this car?
You know, I've had my eye out on old cars for a while, and it was at one of the rallies, and I talked to the gentleman. He said he was looking to sell it, and the price was right. So, you know.
How much did you buy it for?
Not too much. You know, you'd be surprised. I paid less than you would pay for, or the same as, but less than a Honda City. Let me put it that way.
Mr. Malhotra, we've been talking all day, and as you were setting up your budget in the meeting, I also had this thought that now going forward in 2009, what's your biggest worry in terms of the financial markets, and especially with your clients?
You know, the biggest worry is the uncertainty. I think that's the biggest problem. If we can get a fix and the uncertainty gets a little more certain, I think we should be able to take it. I think the problems that had to happen have already happened, so there isn't very much that will happen right now. So to that extent, that's the only uncertainty, so to say. It's
And how are you trying to cope up with this uncertain environment?
Just trying to make sure we get longer deals, we get more commitment from the clients, we get into long-term commitments on either side that hopefully will take away some of that uncertainty from our. That's what we're trying to do. There's nothing else you can do right now. You can't say I'll take a new project or whatever, because then those become uncertain. But the minute you have a 3-year contract, the client is committed to give you business, you're committed to deliver on that business, that takes care of a lot of the issues there.
And in terms, do you think the deals are going to be much larger now that consolidation has taken place in the financial world, in the US market, and several other places? So there's a lot more work to be done now?
Yeah, I believe so. I think you're absolutely right. I think with mergers and consolidations, things are going to get a lot larger. Deals are going to be much more complex and become a lot larger.
So are you expecting a higher revenue growth this fiscal?
Absolutely.
What's your current?
We are budgeting 15%, but I think we should be able to beat that.
All right, great.
Okay.
All right, moving away from business, I guess we're just going to enjoy a nice drive in your car.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's go.
All right, so we are back from the drive, and I can tell you it was quite an exciting one. So now we're going to head for a cup of tea. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right, so let's go. Your estimation now with the slowdown, when do you think it's going to bottom out in the US? What's your estimation?
Got to remember, I'm not an economist. But yeah, I would think that the bottom would come sometime in April, May. And the reason I say that, first, what do I mean by bottom? To me, the bottom is when the US housing mortgage market sort of stops going down. It flattens out. And why do I think it will happen at that time? Because if you look at history, the last few such crises have taken 6 months or so after the medicine has been given for them to turn around. And so I'm assuming the medicine has been given. I'm assuming it's the right medicine and the right dosage.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Malhotra. It was such a pleasure spending an entire day with you. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Neha. Lovely having you.
And thank you, Mrs. Malhotra, for such a lovely cup of tea. I really enjoyed it.
Most welcome, and hope to see you soon again, Neha.
Thank you so much. All right, Headstrong, the company I got to spend day with today. And seems like the mood here is very optimistic despite the slowdown. and hoping that the business opportunities would be more in the crisis. With camera person Manoj Thakur, Neha Jain, NDTV.